21 years ago, a new Denver tradition was started that brought back color and excitement to the sidelines, class to community service, and a spark to the Broncos' home field advantage. 2014 marks the 22nd season of the Denver Broncos cheerleaders, and since their inception in 1993, the Broncos cheerleaders have become, indisputably, one of the top cheerleading and dance teams in the NFL. While they are well known for their dance ability and dynamic performances during Broncos games, these women are well-respected women in Colorado and across the country, donating thousands of hours serving our community, our fans, and our troops overseas. Class, professionalism, beauty, talent, sincerity, compassion, and intelligence are the qualities that we look for in our Broncos cheerleaders. Auditions. That word makes even the most accomplished dancer shake in her boots. The process is never easy, and the Broncos cheerleaders' auditions are more difficult than most. Every year, nearly 300 women turn out for the auditions with the dream of becoming a Broncos cheerleader. For many, this dream began years ago, and they have been preparing and training for this goal ever since.
It takes so much courage to wake up in the morning and walk in these doors and audition, put yourself out there, and dance your heart out.
The auditions begin with an open call. Anyone can come out as long as they are 21 years of age. Each participant is given a number, and the process begins.
This is my first year trying out. It's intimidating. There's a lot of beautiful women and talent. The talent here is incredible, so it's truly an honor just to be here with these girls my first year, and if I don't make it, I'll be back next year for sure.
Round 1. The contestants are taught a simple combination, 4 8-counts long with some basic skills that we require. They learn it quickly and perform in groups of 3 for our judges. Quickly, the number of participants is cut in half. Those remaining go on to round 2, with those numbers not called, going home to begin training for next year. And now they really get to dance. A full routine is taught, just like the routines the cheerleaders perform on the field on game day. The women learn on the spot, review for memory, and perform for the judges in groups of 3. This is one of the most nerve-wracking elements of the audition. It is on the spot with very little time to perfect. The judges are told not to look for perfection, but personality, showmanship, and something that makes them stand out. Something that makes you say, yes, that's how it's done. At the end of round 2, our finalists are selected.
1, 2, 3, 8, 10, 11.
For some, it has been an incredible day. For the rest, disappointment, and hopefully inspiration to work hard and come back the next year. For those finalists, the dream is still alive, and they are about to embark on a week they will never forget. Finals is our version of Hell Week.
Shut up and pay attention, or I'm going to beat you.
Okay, well, maybe not to the extreme of the Navy SEALs, but it is intense. They are evaluated on flexibility, technique, more choreography, and how well they work together in small groups through a series of workshops. They are also evaluated on their speaking skills through a business interview with Broncos representatives, evaluated on how well they work a photo shoot, and the dreaded football test, all of which can make or break you. Some say it is one of the hardest weeks of their lives. Which brings us to tonight. If their numbers are called tonight, their lives will change forever. This is a look at the day in the life of a Denver Broncos cheerleader. Cheerleading is not a full-time job, but it is a full-time lifestyle. The recognizable women on this team are held to a very high standard, always reminded of the organization they are representing, the hard work of the cheerleaders that came before them, and the role model status they instantly achieve from our junior cheerleaders the moment they become a member of our team. Their lives change. They have to. They are no longer anonymous. They represent something bigger. Something that I am always proud of is the fact that the women we select are incredibly smart and driven to be the best in whatever they do. They have excelled in high school, college, careers, sports, and dance. Over the years, we have had doctors of pharmacy, law students, teachers, engineers, architects, physician's assistants, CPAs, special education teachers, fitness instructors, and in the fall of 2014, our first Broncos cheerleader to attend medical school. Some say the hardest part is time management. Between careers, school, rehearsals, charity work, workouts, special events, and Broncos games, these women dedicate a year or more of their lives to their job as a cheerleader. This is a year-round commitment and much more than they ever imagined. In addition to the 8 hours of rehearsal a week, these women have to stay in top shape year-round. Not only do their uniforms demand it, but so do our rehearsals, Broncos games, and of course, our annual swimsuit calendar. Leadership, intelligence, public speaking, poise, and personality are all qualities essential to their role, not only as a Broncos cheerleader, but in their professional careers as well.
My name is Toni Gabrielli, and I am a career counselor for undergraduate business students at the University of Denver. I've also been a Denver Broncos cheerleader since 2012. I got my degree in counseling psychology, realized that career counseling is actually more of a fit for me. There's more of a tangible outcome. And I really like working with college students, so figured this was a good place to be. When a student comes into my office, I kind of have to gauge where they're at. Some students might come in and they don't even have a resume started yet. Some might come in and they actually have job offers and they need to know how to negotiate a salary. So it's really about meeting the student where they're at and educating them on the process, because cover letter writing, things like that, it's not something that they're taught in classes. Sometimes it's more of a motivating kind of meeting, like they just need a little bit of a push to take that next step and get started on the job search. So some of the challenges of this job are making sure that you're not overwhelming the student. Sometimes I get so passionate and so excited and want to help them so much that I'll just throw so much information at them at once. And I'll try to check in with them through the session and say, is this too much? How are you feeling? Do we need to reschedule another appointment so we can go through more of this at a different time? Another challenge is just making students aware of the services that are offered. So letting them know that career services is here. A lot of times they don't really know what we can help them with. Sometimes they'll think that they can just kind of come in, tell us what they're good at, what they want, and we'll just give them a job and say, here, apply. Time management is key if you want to do a full-time job and Broncos at the same time. Luckily, Teresa, our director at Broncos, is very understanding and very supportive of our full-time careers. I think the most rewarding piece is when you get that thank you email from a student telling you, hey, I got the job. Or you get that phone call saying, oh my gosh, my interview went so well. Thank you so much for your help. I couldn't have done it without you. Even though I may not have actually done that much, it's the support behind them. And just the confidence in knowing that they were well prepared. It's good to know that they'll look back and hopefully say, thank goodness for my career counselor back in college. I would have no idea how to network without her.
When asked about the most memorable moments of being a Broncos cheerleader, you might think these women would say the football games, but not always the case. Most will say the charity events or the military tours we do for our troops. They say if you really want to feel good about yourself, go do something for someone else. And that is what this team is about. We have built our team on community service, helping others, creating memories, and connecting with our fans. By doing this work and involving our junior cheerleaders, we have inspired those young ladies to do the same.
Being a Denver Bronco cheerleader, we do tons of charity work, and it's probably one of the most rewarding parts of my job. And it's awesome for not only me to feel like I'm making a difference, but also to see the girls and have them be out in public and feel like they're making a difference and giving back.
The biggest team charity event of the year is the annual race to keep kids on track. Beginning in 2009, the Broncos cheerleaders partnered with the Track at Centennial to create a fun, sporty event that showcases a totally different side of the ladies of the orange and blue. This unique competition put the cheerleaders, fans, and Broncos alumni in the driver's seat of carts that reach speeds of 60 miles per hour, racing for team pride, bragging rights, and a plethora of Broncos prizes. Fans and local businesses purchase race teams to participate, with all proceeds going to benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Denver and the Tennyson Center. In 2014, the Broncos cheerleaders raised over $30,000 for Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Denver. There's more to this event than meets the eye. In addition to going head-to-head with these Broncos beauties, the race to keep kids on track kicks off with a release party for the annual Denver Broncos cheerleaders swimsuit calendar. Everyone in attendance received the hot-off-the-presses Broncos cheerleader calendar and autographs from all of our team members. The Broncos cheerleaders have been in the swimsuit calendar business since 2002. This annual photo shoot has taken the team from the majestic mountains of Colorado to the beautiful sandy beaches of tropical Mexico.
We had so much fun. We had so many great pictures, and I think it's something that the girls will never forget. Overall, it was a great way to bond with my team members and my friends, and it was an awesome experience for all of us.
In addition to featuring beautiful scenery, the calendar showcases the 26 beautiful women of the team and gives them a chance to show off their skills in front of the camera. However much fun it is to play model for a day, it pales in comparison to what brought these women to this stage tonight. The chance to step on the field as a Denver Broncos cheerleader is a feeling like no other. To hear the roar of the crowd and to be part of the game and share that experience with 76,000 of the best fans in the NFL and your teammates is a feeling that very few have experienced. These women don't just show up and dance. The preparation for game day is an intense process that begins way before the uniform goes on. Regular rehearsals begin in June every Tuesday and Thursday night. It is important that these women stay in great shape or get in great shape quickly. Not only to look good in their uniforms, but also to be able to endure the 4-hour rehearsals and the demands of game day. After 3 months of preparation, the team is ready to take the field. The day starts 4 hours prior to kickoff with a walkthrough of all the routines that will be performed that day. These walkthroughs aren't really walkthroughs. This team dances full out every time until every last count is perfect. After rehearsal, the team retreats to their locker room for a pregame meal and the glamorous part of the job, hair, makeup, and the uniform.
The
The first time I stepped onto the field was incredible. Just looking around, you just think to yourself, take it all in, take it all in. You get caught up in the moment, but it is incredible.
After having the dream of being a cheerleader, the very first time I stepped on the field was one of the best feelings ever. My eyes watered. I don't know, it was just one of those feelings that you are so thankful for, and you know you're blessed, and it's one of those moments that you'll never forget. And I don't think I'll ever forget it.
Once the season begins, time flies by. January comes around very quickly, and it's hard to believe that you have completed your first season, or for many, another season as a Denver Broncos cheerleader. It had been 15 years since the Broncos had been to the Super Bowl. Our 2013 team was lucky enough to experience this honor and the trip of a lifetime. Memories they will never forget. From the national TV appearances to the thrill of being in New York City, and most importantly, stepping onto the field at MetLife Stadium on Super Bowl Sunday. The experience is difficult to explain, but for the women that have at one time been members of the Denver Broncos cheerleaders, it is an experience like no other. Not only is it an accomplishment that very few get to experience, it is also the source of lifelong memories and friendships. Starting tonight, the lives of 26 of the brightest, talented, and most beautiful women Denver has to offer will be changed forever. A spot on this team, the Denver Broncos cheerleaders, truly is the experience of a lifetime.